Hi everyone, and welcome to Migration Monday. Today we have a special treat for you in that our Conservation Education Manager, Lacey Weeks, is back from her leave and joining us from her family farm outside of Bigger, Saskatchewan. And I am here today in my backyard in Regina, Saskatchewan. So today we're here to talk to you about migration obstacles that birds face both on their migration routes and their breeding and non-breeding grounds. Lacey, welcome back, and why don't we get started with you telling us about a few of the obstacles that birds face.
Yes, thanks, Becky. So the first one I'm going to talk about is actually an obstacle that we can help out in. It's window collisions, and this is the second leading cause of death for our migratory songbirds. We get many bird strikes here on the farm. So birds can't see windows. They just see the reflection of the trees and the sky in the window. So what we can do to block off that reflection is actually put some sort of dots like I have here. This just breaks up the reflection so the bird can actually see the window. And we got these from featherfriendly.com, and it's a Canadian company, and they send you a nice package. It's easy to apply. You're going to significantly reduce the number of bird strikes you have on your window. Yeah, another man-made cause or threat to migratory songbirds is pesticides. Here on the farm, we have cropland pasture, we have tame pasture, and we need to keep pests off those pastures. But a particular group of pesticides called neonics, studies have shown that is very detrimental to our migratory songbirds. It suppresses their appetite, which makes them lose weight, and delays their migration, which also contributes to lowering reproductive success rate. Another threat that birds have to face is predation. And here on the farm, we have a pair of red-tailed hawks nesting. Red-tailed hawks do pick off little songbirds and larger birds. We also have crows and ravens that will come and take the eggs from the nest. So these are all factors that birds have to face.
The number one obstacle that birds face along their migration paths and on their breeding and non-breeding grounds, that is the number one killer of birds every year, are cats. Cats kill approximately 4 billion birds each year. So there are things that you and I can do as cat owners and in our community, and that is, if we have cats, to keep them indoors. If we are taking them outdoors, as they have shown that they are adaptable to do, is to put them on leashes or to build them catios. I have a cat myself, Simon, and he's on a leash. And he loves it because he gets to be outside, just keeping the birds safe. Another obstacle that birds face, both in the urban and rural setting, are power lines, electrical lines. Now, it seems kind of confusing because we see a lot of birds, small birds, perched on power lines. It's when we start seeing the larger birds like hawks and eagles, or usually when they're coming in for a landing or taking off and they touch two lines at once, it can electrocute them. That kills up to about 130 million birds each year. Another obstacle that birds face, both in the urban and rural setting, are vehicles. Car collisions. Car collisions with birds take about nearly 200 million birds each year. Where there's high concentrations of birds, just slow down and make sure that you're aware, especially during migration. Birds, they stop over at places, and they often can be confused when they first land. They might be facing obstacles that they're not used to in a certain area. So those are some of the main obstacles that birds face, both on their migration routes and in their breeding and non-breeding grounds.
So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you learned a lot about the threats the birds face during their migration. Please like the video and subscribe to our Nature Saskatchewan YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.